people think just if a man molests a little boy that he therefore is gay, which is not actually true at all.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what that means.
Right, and well, of course you would think that because you are dumb. But most people, well, hold on, wait, hold on, stop. Of course, and I'm gonna have to ad hom. I don't want to have to ad hom, okay? Of course you would think that because you are dumb. However, even the FBI can back me up here, okay? It is a known fact of the matter that child molesters exist in different contexts. Some simply take advantage of power dynamics. When I get that, like, it's trendy right now to call all gay people groomers and stuff, but you realize that what you're saying right now is you want to cut out a demographic of people who are more likely to not only adopt children who need families, but adopt disabled kids who are even less likely to get adopted. You want to deprive disabled children from having homes because because he thinks being gay is gross.
I mean, well, let me just.
I'll get in the waiting room for this thing, for the cozy stream. Hosted by Brittany, Paleocon Groiper, Mayo, Cozy Dissident.
Fuck this guy.
Hunter Avallone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey.
Did you?
Hunter, what the?
Oh, fuck. Uh-oh.
That was weird.
What, that I just joined here?
No, we were literally
Watching the stream.
talking about you.
Oh, well, really? That's cool. So what were you guys saying?
And the devil appears.
What
We
were
were
you
saying you're like the best and coolest guy ever, and
Yeah.
I'm very sure of that. What were you guys saying? What's up?
Remember the Mio? You know the Mio drama that happened a few months ago with like him just saying something about your child, something about like rape.
Wasn't that actually not him?
Yeah,
not
right.
him.
Telling the
We were
story
just
about how
talking
you
about like
thought it was Mio.
yeah, and like I actually know the guy that did it, and we were just talking about how that guy is genuinely a pedophile, and like he does pretty horrendous stuff on the internet.
Yikes.
That is very creepy.
Victims of Irony, Victor Zuluch, Dilly,
Yeah. Charles Jockers.
Charles Allen Jockers.
Paleocon Groiper. That's
Yo.
quite the name. Wow.
Yeah, he's suffering.
They actually was P4 but no one understood what P4 was.
What?
He doesn't know what P4 is.
What is it?
I was just looking for, some kind of a debate for a few minutes here until I head out, if anybody's interested.
Okay. Yeah, man. What do you like talking about these days? Besides Christianity, I guess we sort of did that.
We did talk about God for a while, already, yeah.
You got lots of groipers here. Well,
I don't know. Well, yeah, it sounds like everybody's already talking about me too.
What do you think about
weird.
Well, there was just one
Why
guy
isn't
when he was introducing himself. He said, "Mio, I've been watching your stuff ever since I saw you and Hunter debate, and then there were like that fake pedo allegations against you." So that's why she said, Brittany's like, "Why don't you tell everyone the story? Go over what happened."
Right.
Well, I wouldn't mind. What are your thoughts? What are your takes in soft power and hard power? What do you think is preferable for a state to do? And I don't mind debating that.
I mean, usually I talk social issues, so that's not really a very good question for me, or a good thing to try to debate me on.
SMH.
Yeah. Kind of boring, I know.
But
What's
I don't
the-
know. I don't really know what the fuck is happening in America, so I just I can't really comment on this one. I just know the
Hunter,
assault
do you
right.
have a hot take on like neopronouns?
Yeah, they're dumb.
Oh, okay. Hey, we agree on something, man. Why are they dumb and everything else is okay?
Well, when you say neopronouns, I assume you mean when people say things like, I'm Z-Zam or something?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Okay, so I would say, first of all, that the, legit pronouns that currently exist are he, him, she, her, and they, them. Because I know some people try to argue that that's not grammatical or whatever, but let's be real. We all use they, them pronouns when referring to certain people. We do it. We all do. So,
When
those
referring to a hypothetical person, but...
Well, I wouldn't consider any of those pronouns neopronouns, is what I'm saying.
Okay, all right, fair.
When I say that neopronouns in general are dumb, it's because pronouns primarily exist as a form of utility to be able to refer to a person before you've met them. And if you need to meet the person before you know their pronouns, then it's kind of lost its utility, and now it's basically working as a nickname. Second of all, Z-Zem is not a known pronoun enough that it would even if you were like, I'm just going to be respectful and use their pronouns. If I was like, yeah, look at Zem over there or something, like it would serve no purpose. So that's why, you know, I do have some friends who are non-binary.
It also really complicates. I couldn't imagine speaking in those terms. Like I would stumble over my sentences all the time. I'd be scared to talk almost.
It is weird. It is cringy for sure. That's why, I mean, I do have a couple of friends that are non-binary, and they do ask me to use they, them pronouns, and I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I mean, that's still like a recognizable enough pronoun, and I've referred to other singular individuals as they, them before, so, you know, I can be respectful in that regard.
Do you ever trip over yourself trying to use it correctly in a sentence and make sure you don't slip up, or?
No, not so much for the they, them stuff. It's mainly just the neopronouns that I think are dumb, and then, like, of course, the xenogenders and all that shit.
So what's with those people? Are they... So they're fighting people like you now because they're like, you're denying our identities and refusing to use our pronouns?
I don't think there's any... I don't honestly know if there's anybody who is sincerely like a xenogender. Usually it seems as though this is just like a thing people do on Twitter because they want attention, or the best argument I've heard, which mind you is still not a very good one, but the best argument I've heard is more or less like, well, some people with autism don't know how to experience like gender within our society, so they feel like they have their own gender that disaligns. I don't know. Maybe, okay, but like, I also don't know if I'd be comfortable going like, okay, you're autistic, so you get your special little gender. Like, that's kind of fucking weird too.
I got a better question. This is kind of boring. When it comes to those type of ethics, why do minorities, such minute minorities of 0.1%, of a 0.1% percent of the population, really matter? Those people aren't going to be that important in society, and that identity of such individuality is going to be a strain on society. I
mean, it would depend on what that vocal minority was. What were they fighting for, right? Like if there are, well, hold on, if there's like a really tiny percentage of people that were gay, they still have equal protection under the law to get married, so long as marriage is a state institution. So sometimes it's like, it doesn't matter how small they are in general society. What matters is if there's a group of people, no matter how small, that are not getting adequate rights, then that would be a problem.
Well, why do these people need more rights than the average person? Because at the end of the day, materially speaking, they're not gonna benefit that much in contrast to a nuclear family where they, for instance, have materially enhanced their product and enhanced society.
When you say like, why do these people, like, what do you mean, like gay people?
I'm not particularly saying gay people. I'm just saying mainly people that materially aren't going to benefit more, like much more than the average person. Why do these people have to be more privileged than the other one? And if there's such a money,
you keep saying, why do these people, like which?
I'm just saying how I started my rhetoric. I stated that 0.1% of the population, like a very minute percentage of the population, why do these people have to be so privileged in the pronouns they use, all of this, when materially they're most likely not going to benefit that much? Because if you
gay
have to go
people, for example, benefit immensely from being treated equally under the law when it comes to marriage.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Are you talking about like they, them, and other?
No, I'm mainly saying that materially speaking, they're not going to benefit that much in contrast to a nuclear family. Do you agree?
I don't know. I get the.
Yeah, when I say
well, hold on, wait. You started this off by saying like groups of people that have a very loud voice that don't make up very large proportion of society. That's correct. Fine, but I would need to know more about which specific group you're talking about, because as far as my knowledge, I don't know what group is getting extra rights. And especially since I brought up the gay marriage thing, like, that's not extra rights.
I'm not saying literal laws, like for example, like gay marriage and all that. I'm kind of trying to stray away from that first. But I'm saying mainly ones that are, for instance, like social rights. Like, for example, being more, attaining more in a social contract than the average person. Like, for example, being labeled like she, sure, and being able to have like a non-binary bathroom and all of this. Why do these people matter as much to the average person when they don't benefit more, materially speaking?
Well, it would depend again on the group of people. When you say like using the bathroom or something, that maybe
I think I just said like non-binary.
Non-binary, trans people, that kind of group. they do benefit from gender neutral bathrooms.
No, but what does society benefit from them, materially speaking?
Society doesn't necessarily need to benefit by giving other groups of people certain rights.
Why can society benefit from trans people?
Wait, hold on. Society can benefit from trans people when it comes to adopting, for example. But it didn't. No. Well, hold on.
You said it didn't.
When it comes to the actual principle of what it is that you're getting at, we would not withhold certain rights to people, and that would not hinge upon whether or not giving those rights would benefit society. Does that make sense?
No, because I'm not trying to talk about society giving rights to the trans people or the gay people. I'm talking like what those gay people, trans people really benefiting into society that a nuclear family can't benefit. Because at the end of the day,
people are benefiting. Okay, I got you.
We should really indoctrinate gay people and trans people to really be part of try and be part of a nuclear family or all of this, because at the end of the day,
bullshit. Come on.
That benefits more.
First of all,
society because
not everything.
More
No, not everything that we do in society hinges upon whether or not it's going to give a material benefit.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. You could argue at the
No,
time
wait,
that
hold up,
literally,
hold up.
you could argue at the time that getting rid of segregation would have or would have negatively impacted society, at least at first, because now you're going to have more fights, more division, people who are racist trying to intermingle with other black people. But we would never say, oh, okay, well, let's just forget about American rights, essentially, and not extend those to this group of people because, well, it might not benefit society. That's not always actually how we go about determining whether or not rights are necessary.
By being super ideological and deluded, we have society how it is now. We should look at everything by the lens of how everything's going to materially benefit what. At the end of the day, that is the best solution to everything. And that's how you attain a social contract in society.
Okay, well, first of all, I don't think that that's not necessarily the best way of going about it. I think that there's something to be said about how we give rights when we're talking about rights within society. People deserve equal rights regardless of whether or not that will cause material benefit or not.
Why?
But because rights are not given only on the basis of whether or not it causes a benefit. You realize by that logic, we would be justified to take away neo-Nazis' right to freedom of speech because they are arguably doing a disservice to society by spewing all the bullshit that they spew.
Well, materially they're benefiting more. Like the average, let's look at the average neo-Nazi, okay? Let's look at the average neo-Nazi and what they have. And the average neo-Nazi is a dude that is like living in the suburbs or living in a rural area that has a family, has 2 kids, etc. That's the average Nazi, just a nuclear family. And a nuclear family materially benefits much more than some some millennial dude in New York in his 30s, and that's just a fact.
Okay.
Hunter,
it's the
camera. Come on.
Wait, you want me to leave?
No, camera.
Oh.
She wants to get those views, dude.
No, I don't do cameras, sorry.
Hey,
Not unless Mayo does it. Yeah.
you never will do camera for camera.
Can I say something to just interject sideline real quick?
Yeah, I'm not, just to be clear though, before you do, I'm not trying to argue about neo-Nazis specifically. I'm just trying to give an example of where
I was just giving you an example. Well, you gave me a rhetoric and I did a counter argument. That's how debates work,
but it doesn't matter
right?
if that. So does that mean then that the neo-Nazi who is under his or is in his mom's basement doing nothing but eating Cheetos all day but posting online about how Jews are terrible, should they have their rights of freedom of speech taken away because they are not benefiting society?
Well, not freedom of speech, exactly in of itself, but I would say 100%, they'll have less rights than the average person, 100%.
So you think that people, if they do not benefit society, should have less rights?
Yes.
That is actually one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Not to mention single people don't benefit society as much as married people. I don't know what your relationship status is, but do you think that you should have less rights?
Actually, we should
interjected, so I don't care.
Marriages.
Ad hominem.
You're coming at.
This isn't an ad hom. I'm asking you if you or yourself are in a relationship.
That's the dumbest take. That's the dumbest take I've ever heard. Well, so
I'm not
going to really.
That's not what you don't know what ad hom means,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
You said that's the stupidest take I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's
That is
not an ad
ad
hom attack.
You're not,
This
you're
is-
not attacking
this is
my.
just-
You're not counter arguing my point. You're just
I'm
attacking
trying to
my
get
point
further
on slander.
into how your point would actually
And
materialize.
by the way, that doesn't make sense. By the way, by just saying, "Oh, are you married?"
Hey, let Lappy get in there because you've been doing.
Okay, I apologize, Pappy.
Yeah, no, I think you're coming at this at the wrong angle here. Ultimately, the reason I don't know. I mean, I think your heart's in the right place, but I think the entire argument is sort of based off of something stupid like gay marriage. When ultimately the only thing that really does matter here is the upkeep of the family and the promotion of it, because that's what society is really built off of. It's built off of the family and it's built off of the church. And when you lose one of those things, or both of them, then ultimately it's just, society turns into what it is today. It's complete decadence.
Well, gay people uphold that, though.
Look at monkeypox.
LGBT people really uphold. If you want to talk about how, well, hold on, really quickly. If you want to, hold on, wait. If you want to talk about how valuable families are to society, one, I'm not going to disagree with you, because it's true that families absolutely do benefit society. And second of all, gay people can still participate in that very thing. This is why, for example, we know that gay people are not only more likely to adopt, they're more likely to adopt children with special needs who have an even harder time getting adopted to begin with. So the nuclear family, 2 parents married, raising their child in a stable socioeconomic situation, is absolutely the best environment for a child. But gay people can do that also.
Yeah, but you're forgetting one thing, is that the reason that gay people adopt more than married people is because gay people can't reproduce. They're not a real family. A family constitutes a mother and a father and a child.
That's not even true at all. That's actually not even true.
No, that's actually
no, that's not even historically correct. You know throughout. Hold on, wait.
No, it is,
dude.
Because when
Come
God
on.
made
Hunter,
humans. Yeah, let me talk here, okay? Thank you.
It's just he's saying a lot of dumb things, and if I don't address it, he's gonna get away with it.
No,
Oh my God.
I don't see how it's
Ad hominem
stupid. I don't see how it's stupid. Yeah, come on with the ad hominems.
That's
bro.
not
Come
an
on.
ad hom attack.
But,
Can you guys look up what an ad hom attack is, please?
It's not an ad hom. Oh, it's not an ad. Yeah. Anyways, look, you're saying gay people are really good at making families, when in reality, it's like gay people have over 100 sexual partners on average, and this is backed up by
That's such
studies.
Oh my god.
No, it's literally not. I mean,
This is
it's not,
adorable that you're
it's
citing
bull,
this,
but it's
actually.
not.
No, it
Okay,
is.
yeah, ad hom.
I'm not able to adequately respond.
Look,
I'm only trying to
gay
cut in to say what you're
people
saying is dumb
have-
before I explain why it's
Okay,
dumb, and
that's
then I'm getting attacked and not allowed to finish speaking. So,
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay,
Hunter.
first
you
and
talk.
foremost-
get his ass, Hunter.
first and foremost, this idea that gay people can't reproduce, so therefore they're not a real family, is not true. And furthermore, that's not even historically accurate, because we know, for example, that communal child rearing used to be much more common than 2 parents nowadays. So it used to be that entire communities would contribute to raising children, and they, as an entire community, would have been considered a family. So this idea that you have to have a mom and a dad to be a family is complete bullshit. Second of all, if there's no harm done to the child being raised by 2 gay parents, then we should not be excluding that group of people from adopting. They are contributing to society by doing so.
All right, well, let me unmute him because who are we
What
talking
if they're
to?
just adopting because they're looking for future victims?
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with Mio here. I really don't see where you're coming from, because the thing is, most gay people, most gay men, it's not necessarily the case for women, because I feel like they're naturally sardonic.
I can't figure this out. I'm too
But
good.
for gay men, most of them were molested as children. A lot
is
of them
not true.
have bipolar disorder. No,
it's
no,
only
this isn't
40%.
This isn't true.
Oh, it's only 40. Oh, right. So 40%. So 40%.
It's not even 40%. There's actually no evidence to
Imagine you're a child born. Imagine you're a child born, and then you 40%. Okay, both your parents are dead in a car accident. You get sent to an adoption agency. Okay, 40% chance you get adopted by a gay guy, and he's gonna rape you. And how fucked is that? How fucked is
Well,
that?
there's no
can you imagine?
there's no higher likelihood of gay men committing sexual abuse. Like, that's not even borne out at all. Usually the misunderstanding there comes from people think just if a man molests a little boy that he therefore is gay, which is not actually true at all.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what that means.
Right, and well, of course you would think that because you are dumb, but most people. Well, hold on, wait, hold on, stop. Of course, and I'm gonna have to ad hom. I don't want to have to ad hom, okay? Of course you would think that because you are dumb. However, even the FBI can back me up here, okay? It is a known fact of the matter that child molesters exist in different contexts. Some simply take advantage of power dynamics. Others are simply attracted to children, prepubescent children, regardless of whether or not they are male or female. So you are factually incorrect, my dude. In fact, according to all known databases that we have, 90%, or excuse me, the majority of molestations are committed by men in heterosexual marriages.
Okay,
so you are wrong.
Just so we're clear, you think that you can touch a little boy and molest a little boy and not be gay?
Yes, because they're not touching that little boy because they are attracted to
you
male sexual parts. They are touching that little boy
not
because
gay?
they are taking advantage of the fact that there exists a
literally
power
what gay
dynamic.
Hold on.
Wait,
Can you have gay sex and not be gay?
I don't. No, probably not.
But you just said if you have gay sex with a little boy, you can.
I didn't. I said if you're committing the act of molestation.
That's okay, but it's like basically gay sex, right? It's like
That's literally.
You would be a pedophile for sure, but it doesn't mean that they are gay.
Can I say something? Okay, I actually agree with Hunter on this one. I don't think pedophiles are gay because it's like they're hooking. I feel like it is a sexuality. It's like its own sexuality. I don't know if that's what Hunter's trying to say, but pedophiles are attracted to pedophiles.
Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Riddle me this. Okay, so do you think that, Brittany, do you think that a man can have gay sex with another man and not be gay?
No.
Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to retract what I said there beforehand. Hold on, because I think that is possible in some contexts. Now, if you have a dude who is on Tinder or Grindr commonly hooking up with other men, then yeah, I would say they're probably gay. However, you do also have examples like in prison where men will rape other men solely as an act of violence or dominance, and this has been also depicted throughout history as well. And I don't know if I'd be comfortable saying that. No, it would be an act of homosexuality, sure, but it might not mean that their sexuality in and of itself is actually that of a sexual orientation is gay, because a lot of times that happens as a power dynamic or a power move within prisons.
Brittany, do you believe that you can have gay sex with another man and not be gay?
No, I think if you're having sex with another man, you're definitely gay.
Okay, so riddle me this then: if you have gay sex with a younger man or a little boy, would you not be gay?
No, here's the thing. No, because pedophilia is prepubescent. So they're literally attracted to a child. That's what they're attracted to. If they are, they're not also going to be hooking up.
You think that boy child, girl child, it doesn't matter to them?
They're not also going to be like dating like older men and stuff. They're probably going to be in a straight relationship, if anything, to cover that. They're not.
Okay, but
can I read this to you? And this is a little blurb here from the Child Molestation Research and Prevention Institute. It explains how they're not actually, like, molestations are not committed by gay men. So there's the fixated child molester, which is like the stereotypical pedophile, and he cannot be considered homosexual or heterosexual because he often finds adults of either sex repulsive and often molests children of both sexes. And then there's also the regressive child molester, and they're generally attracted to other adults but may regress to focusing on children when confronted with stressful situations. And they also found that the majority of regressed offenders were heterosexual in their adult relationships.
Like wait really quick, because I've said I don't think there's such thing as like a bisexual guy. I think if a guy is hooking up with a guy, then they're gay. They might be able to hook up with girls, but they are, if you ask them to choose, they're gonna probably go for a guy. With pedophiles, what I think is that they are pedophile. I don't know why actually they're pedophiles, but I think that gays tend to probably be gay because they were victims of pedophilia. But I don't think that the people that were attacking them are gay. I don't know if I'm explaining this right.
Well, there might be like a disproportionate rate, even if I were to grant that, which I don't actually know if there is. I'm trying to look this up for my notes for a second. But
they're like 2%
even if
of the population.
So,
Yeah,
well, even if they
literally
were,
is.
it's not the act of being molested that makes you fucking turn gay or something. There's also
Yes,
issues
it
with
is.
people
Yes, it
who
is.
come out as being gay when they're
Dude,
younger
what is it?
are more likely to face abuse. So that could explain for that as well.
No. They don't.
No,
they
I
don't
think
come out
that's
as gay at
correlation.
5 years old. That's
Well, not at 5 years old, sure,
You're-
but like usually around like before puberty starts, you start to know what your sexuality is.
No, that's not the case. You
Wait,
learn
you're
what
telling me
your
when you were 10
sexuality
years
is
old, you didn't
during
think that you
puberty.
weren't like kind of starting to be attracted to girls?
You're 10 probably, yeah, but like,
Yeah, give me a break. Every fucking like
I mean, you look at
9,
girls
10,
and it's just natural.
10-year-old
and it's
is
just
like
natural.
attracted,
You're not
starts
like-
getting
yeah,
attracted
you're
to
not
girls.
thinking about
Being
fucking them or
abused for
you said
being gay, and you're
sexuality.
not
You said
used in that
sexuality.
way.
Heterosexuality is a
Retarded.
sexuality, so therefore if you are 10 years old and you
Oh
are
my
then
gosh.
starting to find girls
No,
attractive,
because it's
that means you are
natural.
starting to discover your
Naturally,
sexuality.
Okay,
retard.
so here's
It shouldn't
what,
be
so
so
you
hard,
think
buddy.
what happens. So you think what happens is they come out to their parents and say, I'm a gay boy," and then his straight dad, who's been straight his whole life, then starts sexually molesting him, and that's the order instead of
No, I said
his
that's just,
dad
that
molested
could also
him,
be
and
an
then he's
explanatory.
like,
No,
"Wow,
that could
my
also be an explanation. I'm not saying that is what
I'm
happens.
gay now."
No, I said that could also maybe serve as an explanation as well. I didn't say that is what happened by any means. No, I
Well,
don't know.
that's the explanation I think is the case.
The only
And
way
I
I
think-
could see
I
that
think I'm
really
right.
working would be if like gay boys were like attempting to attract like adult male sexual attention. Like I don't see how just being gay and nobody knowing you're gay would make you more likely to be raped.
Oh yeah,
That
no,
doesn't
you're
really-
right. You're right. It would be if you were like if you would come out, you're more likely to face bullying or discrimination in one way or another there.
Well, it's not bullying,
harassment,
discrimination. It's being raped by an
Yeah,
adult.
being raped
Oh,
by
yeah, to be okay, sorry, I must have misunderstood you.
touched
Yeah, of
as
course,
kids.
that's not that goes a little bit
Okay, well,
beyond
they
bullying.
were a huge proportion of them were like touched as kids themselves.
So,
like,
well, let's
that's
go ahead and
the-
just say because instead of arguing whether or not that's true, let me just go ahead and say like, okay, fine, maybe you're right. So if a large group of people were molested as kids and then they grew up to be gay, what should be done about that then? Should they no longer be respected? Should they no longer have the right to get married? Like what do we do then?
Well, yeah, I think that they shouldn't. That shouldn't be encouraged, and it's taught that like this is normal and healthy, and pushed on kids is like some people are this and some people are that, and it's all the same thing. But the truth should be taught that like this is, something that's wrong with them, unfortunately, and we should feel bad for them and help them and get them help. And
so
teach
this
them like
in
how
this
that's
case it's
all
not
wrong.
the way in which you would quote unquote get them
We
help
shouldn't
would be
have
making
them
sure that
all
they have
having-
equality within society.
I
This
know
is
what
like
we shouldn't
well, hold
do.
on.
What we
Can I
shouldn't
just
do
expound upon this,
is
please, real quick? Because this is.
All right, I'm gonna.
I just want to say really quickly, like this would be like saying, there's a good proportion of people that are disabled because they've been in car accidents and they broke their leg and had to get their leg amputated or some shit. So that happened because of something unfortunate that happened to them. They were victimized, which then made them disabled. But we wouldn't then say that, we need to get them help in regards to discouraging people from being disabled. If you are victimized, which then puts you into a different place or makes you into something different, we usually would then push for acceptance of that individual.
But here's the thing: you can accept like them as a person, but you can also tell like not have gay bathhouse monkeypox orgies all over the place. You can also tell them like that's wrong and you shouldn't do it.
Being
raise them
promiscuous in
that
general,
this is
whether it's
wrong.
homosexual or heterosexual, is probably not a good idea. So, okay. Also, I just looked this up, by the
true.
way. So let me just read these quick little blurbs here. No scientifically sound study has definitively linked sexual orientation or identity with parental role modeling or childhood sexual abuse. The American Psychiatric Association noted in a 2000 fact sheet that, dealing with gay, lesbian, and bisexual issues, that sexual abuse does not appear to be any more prevalent among children who grow up and identify as gay. Similarly, the National Organization of Male Sexual Victimization notes that experts in the human sexuality field do not believe that premature sexual experiences play a significant role in late adolescent or adult sexual orientation. And that advocates for youth, an organization that works in the U.S. and abroad in the field of adolescent reproductive and sexual health, also has stated that sexual abuse does not cause heterosexual youth to become gay. So that's not only is it factually wrong, even if you were factually correct, then that really doesn't do anything. Okay, don't molest people. Yeah, everybody fucking knows this. But if somebody is gay as a result of being abused as a child, then that doesn't take away from the fact that they are gay. That's their sexual orientation. It cannot be changed, and they deserve equality within society.
It's not that that's just their sexual orientation. It's that their sexuality has become warped, and it needs to be healed. And that's what they should be.
So conversion therapy is what you're talking about, right?
I mean, whatever you want to call it.
Wait. Their sexuality's been warped, and they need to be helped. What do you mean by that? I would assume some kind of therapeutic intervention in which you try to talk that person out of their sexuality.
It's like with PTSD, like people can be like healed from that, right? It's like psychic damage in their head that can be healed. And that's something that can be healed. That's like
sexual orientation cannot be changed.
PTSD people, it's like you're fixing them. You're making them better.
Yes, because that demands being fixed. For gay people, there's nothing wrong with being gay.
No, but there is something wrong with it because they were touched as kids, and that's what caused it.
Hold on,
and it's something wrong with them.
Hold on. It's wrong to abuse children, and it's not factually sound at all to say that it makes people gay getting abused as kids. But again,
so wait,
can I please get my full point out, please? Even if I were to grant you that fine, maybe this individual is gay as a result of being abused as a child, you still cannot then change their sexuality. That doesn't work, and that's why conversion therapy has been banned in every developed country and has never been demonstrated to actually work. So even if they were gay as a result of being abused, then you would probably want to help them deal with the fact that they were abused, but you're not able to therapy them out of being gay. That just doesn't happen. It's never worked.
Well, at the very least, they shouldn't be having gay sex because that's gross.
Okay, well, okay. Good argument, buddy. Good retort.
Hey, I'm just saying that's the real truth behind it.
It's gross.
It's wrong. It's the Well, look. Here's what happens.
It's icky.
It's the fruit of a bad tree is bad. And when something wrong or that horrible and sickening happened to them as children, the fruit of that, the effects that it has upon them, is like a sickness in their head.
So you think that people who are abused as children should be like? How do you think? Do you think that like people who are abused as children should be like not allowed to adopt kids or something?
I mean, if they're gay.
So only if they were gay and abused as a child, then you think they shouldn't be allowed to adopt kids?
It's because they're doing so much child abuse.
Wait, they're not doing child abuse. They were victimized as a child.
Yeah, they are. They're grooming kids.
Wait, can I just say, can you please send me a source that provides that they actually there's an actual genetic, there's a gay gene in us?
There is no gay gene.
I've never been able to find one. I've literally looked at like 5 to 20 articles, and every single one says like it doesn't really exist. It's like scientists are still trying to find a gay gene.
Well, you're right. There is no one single gay gene. The latest study that came out in 2019 showed that there is a genetic factor in being gay, and there's also an environmental factor as far as hormone washing.
So it's environmental.
Hold on, wait, no, I'm not done. Stop. It's not environmental as in your society, okay? It's environmental as in the fetus undergoes hormone washing, and that too can influence the sexuality. So multiple different things can happen outside of that individual's control that contribute to them being gay or making it so that they're far more likely to be gay as they hit puberty. But to go back to what Maya was saying a second ago, when I get that like it's trendy right now to call all gay people groomers and stuff, but you realize that what you're saying right now is you want to cut out a demographic of people who are more likely to not only adopt children who need families, but adopt disabled kids who are even less likely to get adopted. You want to deprive disabled children from
No,
having
but, like,
homes
okay.
because
This is-
you
here's
why.
wait,
Here's why.
stop.
Here's why.
Because he
Well,
thinks
let me-
being
Can I
gay
just
is
say-
gross.
I mean, well, let me just explain really quick, and then you can go. It's because in my worldview, it's because they're looking for targets to be future victims, and the retarded kids especially aren't going to put up a fight against their gay groomers.
So are you just trolling, or
Sounds
did
really
you have?
sus.
Wait, yeah, I'm just wondering. Like, are you trolling right now, Mayo, or did you like hit your head this morning? Like,
No, I think they're groomers. And
Okay, if we're just gonna keep on doing the same the same argument.
go ahead.
yeah, you
You're
can't
a
just
groomer
say
one
they're
is.
Can we
groomers.
just, like,
That's one of the
stop?
dumbest things again that I've ever heard.
And before the
Okay,
next person talks,
groomer.
before the next person talks, since it's like one versus everybody, you guys like also need to let each other talk and let people finish their. But Hunter is obviously going to get more of the time because you guys are all debating him. So
No, it's just I'm not even
Yeah.
trying to debate Hunter. I just want to know what he says because at the end of the day, I just don't want to hear Mayo say like, "Oh, like gays are groomers," and Hunter says, "No, it isn't." I can send you this statistic. I don't really care. Like, I don't really care. I want an actual debate. So it's just, can we all agree on that one at least?
I agree that I want to debate for sure. I'm just the thing is that
No, I
sometimes it gets
understand your
repetitive because I have to continuously say the exact same thing to Mayo because he is making shit up and saying, well, under my worldview, gay people are looking for more targets, even though he's
Yeah,
quote
I
unquote.
totally understand.
Well, okay, hold on. Even though your worldview is baseless, completely.
No, it's not at all. It's real. I've seen it happen.
This is how I know that he's okay. I'm sorry
No,
if you
I've
were
talked
groomed
to
as a
them all.
child,
They've
but it
all
doesn't mean
told
that
me
that's
they
the
were
reality for
touched
everybody.
kids.
Okay.
They were all touched as kids.
Let
They
me
had a bad relationship with their father. They were like every single one of them. That's what it is. And you see them grooming kids. You see them bringing it into the classrooms. You see them trying to teach them about gay sex, which is disgusting. They're taking normal kids and trying to make them gay because they want that to validate their existence or whatever the hell. Now they're doing gay sex stuff in front of kids in the
What
streets.
are you
Imagine what they're doing in their adopted retarded kid households.
Okay.
Hunter.
Okay, I think he's being a bit ironic.
I think yeah, I do think
ironic
he's
there.
being a little bit ironic right now because, well, we'll be charitable and assume he's being ironic because I'd like to believe that no human being is actually that stupid. But yeah, no, when you talk about like, oh, they're grooming kids or they're bringing it into the classrooms and stuff.
Oh my god, can we stop with the grooming thing? It's so boring now.
Well, no, I'm addressing what he said about the classrooms. I'm saying that it's there are definitely times in which things can be shown to kids that are inappropriate in the classroom. This has happened not only with gay stuff, but with heterosexual kind of shit as well. The problem, though, is that you seem to be under the impression that any time there's any education at all that focuses on the fact that gay people exist, you think that that is somehow grooming, when it's not. That's just teaching kids the reality of the world.
No, because you know what gay means? It means gay sex. That's what gay means. Okay, it doesn't mean just like two bros hanging out. That's not what they mean by it. Okay, it means gay sex. That's what they're really.
Is that all it
about.
means to you? It's like marriage between a man and a woman. It's just about sex.
Look, there's a reason why they all have like way more sexual partners and all that stuff the other guy said. It's because being gay is about being like gross and degenerate, warped sexuality.
Okay, he's being ironic. Can we just go to something else?
It's not even ironic. He's just like asserting things and then not actually backing anything up.
Okay, and Terry, okay, also, and one more thing, if you're gonna say something, if you're gonna interrupt, make sure it's worth something. Don't use your time to just like make snide comments and stuff for no reason, and you've said it a bunch of times already. But all right, go ahead, Hunter.
Oh, I was just, yeah, I don't know where Mayo or anybody wanted to take this next, as long as we stick to the issue of gay people. But Mayo seems to be just kind of irony posting here because he knows he can't win an argument or even make one.
No. These are my unironic beliefs. But go ahead, let Terry or whoever was talking go next. I'm chilling. I'm really proud of you, Hunter. You're doing a great job tonight, man. You're taking on everybody. You walked into the lion's den. You're just taking it all right on the chin. He's fighting back.
Thank you. Do you think that maybe if you start getting bullied less, you can stop with the anime stuff?
I don't think that's ever going to happen. Sorry.
I'm on Hunter's side on that.
Well, we'll see how it all plays out, but I'm rooting for you.
He was touched by a waifu as a kid. He's never going to recover.
What the?
Good one. Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
So yeah,
it's,
to carry on. So what?
oh, sorry,
I just want to know: is there how you were saying there was environmental factors and like some genetics, there's some genetic parts. So could you please elaborate on that, please?
yeah. So there are various different influences that can contribute to the likelihood of somebody being gay. So first of all, it's not 100% genetic. It's not like you can look at the fetus in the womb and determine whether or not they will be gay. So I've heard people try to compare this to like, well, with Down syndrome you can, but they literally have an extra chromosome. Like that is way easier to observe in the fetus than, genetic like mixes of genetics. So it's anywhere between 8 to 25% genetic, purely genetic. And then on top of the genetics, there is the hormone washing that takes place in the womb, which also contributes to the sexuality. So that's why the most correct way to say this wouldn't actually be that people are quote unquote born gay, but that they're born more likely to be gay because of the hormone washing and a bunch of things that happened outside of their control, which means that it's more likely that they will be gay. Again, out of their control.
No,
So
I understand now. I understand what you mean. So, but then again, are you going to say there's not really any social, there's no anything that is going to be like social in any way whatsoever?
I mean, I assume in like the ways you would express your sexuality. I mean, that's how it is for heterosexuality as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. So but do you think society in some sort of way will be a catalyst to you being more prone to being homosexual, transsexual, etc.? Like there's some factors that will go. Because, for instance, I remember I was reading a study like a few months ago, something about like autistic people are more likely to be trans. So there must be some certain factors that is societal to a certain extent.
Well, I also brought up autistic people because they don't always have a good understanding of gender, and that's why they seem to be disproportionately behind the xeno pronoun crap. So, I mean, I don't know if that would even be a fair assessment to say, oh, there must be a social issue because autistic people are more likely to be trans. I mean, we already kind of established that autistic people don't seem to have as good of an understanding of societally constructed views of gender to begin with. So I don't know about that one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what you mean, I guess, by social issues. Like, is it possible for the kid to not really know their sexuality and then go to school and learn about gay people and then maybe start thinking maybe they are gay or something? Like, maybe, but again, they're not going to just become gay because they saw something in the classroom.
Let's look at it.
Hold on, wait. Just let me finish real quick. They're not going to just become gay because they learned something in a classroom. They would only be able to actually have a sexual orientation of being gay if they had that predisposed genetic makeup, essentially. So it's not like it's just going to be something that's a choice influenced by school or some shit.
So this is where it gets interesting, because this is where I want you to go to. Like, for example, I can send you a statistic right now if you don't believe me, but for example, black people and Latinos are overrepresented when it comes to being gay. And that's just a fact. I can send you a statistic if you really don't believe me. So when it comes to societal environments, like how are their hormones going to be different to like a white person, for instance? That they're going to be more overrepresented when being gay.
Can you ask that again?
Why are gay people more likely to be? Why are Latinos and blacks more likely to be gay than whites, for instance? That's mainly the main question.
I
yes.
do not know. I've not heard that statistic. I'd be more than happy to check it out.
I can send you it right now.
Okay, yeah, go for it. I don't really have the chat up, and I'm not really reading anything sent here, so it's fine. I'll look it up on my end. I'm not as concerned about that element of it.
No, because I'm not concerned like, oh, black people and Latinos are like gay and like we must stop them. What I'm saying is that there must be some societal factors, like for example, where you live, like being in an urban environment, being very close and being very close gated, like for example, everyone being very over socialized, that really causes someone to be more likely to be gay than someone that is more in a rural or suburban background, for instance.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm reading here from Gallup right here and seeing if there's anything. Greater LGBT identification among Hispanic adults appears to be primarily a function of the younger overall age of the Hispanic population. Okay, so that makes sense. So, for example, we do know that now as there is more acceptance of gay people, although we still have quite a long way to go, it also makes sense that you're going to see an uptick of people who are comfortable not being straight. They're going to be comfortable being who they really are. So since Hispanic population also tends to be younger, that's why you also see an uptick in Hispanics being gay. It's not because they're Hispanic, it's because there is a larger demographic of younger people amongst Hispanic. I'm not saying you said that. I'm just explaining this briefly. That's all.
Yes. Oh, okay. So one goes there, and what about the black one? Because I've read that this is kind of like proportionate to like young white people to young black people. Because what I'm trying to easily, if you didn't already know this, what I'm trying to get at is that more over socialized societies where black people are like living in more favela and ghetto type is going to make you more susceptible to being homosexual. That's what I'm getting at.
There's not really a very large. It's for the black population. Non-Hispanic black adults is 6.6%, and then for non-Hispanic white adults is 6.2%. So it doesn't seem as though there's a very large increase in 2021, according to this Gallup poll, when it came to homosexual identification. The big uptick was within the Hispanics, and that's why I explained that already. But the thing is that even if, like for me, it's more of like gay people exist, so what are we going to do about it, right? And if we have plenty of empiricism that shows, for example, that they are just as good parents as straight parents, then I don't think we should be cutting out their ability to adopt or start a family and go that direction.
Well, I don't want to go back to the point I was just stating, but I'm just reading a statistic right now. Well, I'm reading an article right now where it says that blacks are more likely than other races to be gay or bisexual.
What year was that from?
That's a great question. Let me look it up. It was made in 2016.
Yeah, this is from 2020 to 2021. So even if that was correct, I don't know. It seems as though the latest info.
Sure,
seems like the latest info we have shows that it's pretty much even for white and black people, and there was only a large uptick amongst Hispanic people.
Dude, it's literally I think it's 7 years apart to 8 years. No, sorry, eight basic. Yeah. I just don't see what the big deal is in 2016, which represents that black people are still overrepresented when it comes to being gay than any other race. In contrast, like, yeah, there's more Latinos, but I mean, yeah, there's more gay Latinos, but
it might be the same thing. I wonder if there were more young people amongst that demographic as well.
What are the sample sizes on both?
Well, this isn't a study, so this was a Gallup poll. Growing LGBTI seen across major U.S. racial ethnic groups.
This is a Gallup poll as well, and it says 120,000 views conducted between June 1st and September 30th.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can necessarily go off a poll and really get any
Gallup polls are pretty reliable, though. No, I would say the Gallup polls are pretty reliable, though. These include interviews with more than 1,000 Black and Hispanic Americans. There was over 12,000 interviews conducted. So I mean, they still took from a large pool here.
This is literally, they're saying literally this is according to Gallup as well, and this says the survey is the largest single study of the distribution of the U.S. LGBT population on record, including some 120,000 interviews conducted between June the 1st and September 30th, 2012. So I think by just how large the number is, I think mine is as reliable as yours, just because your one's in a more recent date doesn't make it more makes it more legitimate than mine.
Well, yeah, but when you say that there's like this big uptick, and then I look it up, and the latest data that we have on that doesn't show that huge uptick. I mean, that goes to say something. And furthermore, if whether or not you have someone who is gay or straight, you're going to only determine that by asking them. That is going to have to be a poll.
Yeah. I never stated otherwise. What I'm stating is that, I just don't want to go back to I don't want to muddle the water or anything, but it was just by stating the reason of people living in more urban environments and being more over socialized, that is going to cause you being more inclined or more susceptible to being a homosexual. That's like my entire point, and I haven't really heard a counter argument to that claim.
The counter argument is that the counter argument is because there is growing acceptance for gay people, you're going to inevitably see an uptick of people who are comfortable saying that they are gay. It's not that they are being made gay by social interaction, just like you could not be made straight with social interaction. Your sexuality is a part of you. That's why it has a heavy genetic factor. But they might be more likely to identify themselves as gay because there is still a growing acceptance of gay issues. It's kind of weird because there's still a lot of discrimination, but then there's also the growing acceptance. It's kind of all happening at the same time. So, yeah, for me, it's more just
I'm
like...
I'm pretty sure, like, Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
This comes from being this is kind of an anecdotal because, as you can tell by my accent, I'm not American, but I'm pretty sure when it comes to growing acceptance, white people are much more acceptant to LGBT issues than Latinos or blacks. So wouldn't it mean that more white people are going to be more accepting? They will always show like white people are more gay than Latinos or blacks.
Well, it also seems as if that in the black demographic as well, they do also have a higher rate of younger people. And since we do know that younger people are more likely to identify themselves as gay because of the growing acceptance, that could explain why you see the larger uptick within black demographics as well. The thing is though, is that like, I'm not sure what this is. This is like, I don't know if this is that necessary. Like, how does this really factor into gay people adopting?
Well, that was not my entire point. Was about being gay in of itself. It was a gene, or it was a genetic factor, or if it was a social thing, or it was environmental. And when you were like in the embryo, I never was talking about the social issues because I don't really care about what happens in America right now.
Okay, see, I'm kind of the opposite. I talk mainly only about the social issues, so yeah. But yeah. All right, well, I mean, I guess I'll log out for now. Leave you guys to do your shit.
Salam alaikum, my brother.
What's that?
Salam alaikum, my brother.
Well, thanks for the conversation, everybody. Have fun, and yeah, just you know, I don't know what else to say.
Hunter, I really missed you, man. It's good talking to you again.
You're one of my closest personal friends, and I'm gonna miss you.
Hunter.
I missed you too, Mayo. It's been fun to it's been, you know, kind of sad not being able to bully an anime guy. So, you know, it means a lot.
Oh, I knew you missed me. I knew you missed me too.
Okay. Well, hey, at least I got a debate.